there. Thank you for choosing Citizen TV on this 25th day of September 2021. My name is Sam Gituku. Karibu sana to Citizen Weekend lunchtime edition. But first, the headlines. Six prisoners charged with capital offences on the loose after daring Friday night escape from prison. Raila Odinga starts tour of Mount Kenya with a meeting with Akorino leaders in Gilgil, Nakuru County.
Mtoto alitoka hapa akienda kanisani kuhudhuria ibada kule Korinda.
And relatives frantic search for 14-year-old boy who disappeared from his Busia home 2 weeks ago. And police in Laikipia County are searching for 6 prisoners who escaped from the Nanyuki GK prison. All the 6 suspects are charged with capital offences. They escaped from Nanyuki GK prison at 2 a.m. Saturday night, and the 6 were part of a larger group of 14 prisoners who plotted the escape. Prison wardens from the correctional facility managed to rearrest 8 of them, and the prisoners who escaped and are being hunted down by authorities include Mareri Tekor, Nangoye Lenawaso, Francis Kamau Ndwati, Rayo Lekarie, Patrick Fundi and James Sike. The suspects are said to have cut the metallic door grills using a hacksaw before jumping over the fence before the guards at the prison's sentry noticed them. Police are calling on members of the public to be aware of the individuals and raise an alarm should they come across them, warning that conspiring to hide the criminals will attract consequences.
So tunawaonya raia wetu wote pahali popote wako. Na tunawaomba pia wale wa raia pahali wako, kama wako na information yoyote. Ukiona mtu ambaye unamshuku, anakimbia, hana nguo, anaongea mbaya, vitu kama hizo. Mtu ambaye umeshuku, tafadhali utupatie information. Utuletee information, habari ya kwamba kuna mtu hapa ambaye wewe mwenyewe unamshuku. Sisi wenyewe tutafanya maneno ya kuchunguza na kujua kama ni yeye ama sio yeye.
To another story now, ODM leader Raila Odinga is this afternoon meeting a delegation of Akorino Elementaita Nakuru. The meeting comes barely 3 weeks since the ODM leader launched the Azimio la Umoja initiative that seeks to unite Kenyans. Let us listen in to the proceedings there in Nakuru County.
Habari zenu, kwa majina naitwa Bishop Samuel Shega kutoka kanisa la Holy Mission of Israel Church, na nataka kuanza maombi. Wacheni tuombe. Mwathani Ngai mwene hinya wothe, twembere-ini yaku na muruguo na roho mutheru. Toge wasare twaku ithe witu na tukiria bararia ihinda riri, tondu ithe witu Ngai ni wathondekire muthenya wa muthithu witu tugakorwo twi hamwe na Prime Minister. Hinda ithe witu twetirwo ni atongoria a Israeli. Ngai ni tuonire ari wega guka ithe witu gweturania hamwe na ndungata yaku, na tondu Ngai ithe witu we niwe uteithagia ndungata ciaku. Hinda wathire ndungata yaku Samueli aria gaikirire ndungata maguta, ithe witu ni wacagurire muthamaki uria wathamakire Israeli. Na tondu ithe witu twikanithe watho wa Israeli mwathani,
all right, and we'll keep monitoring that event. As soon as Raila Odinga is speaking, we'll be sure to bring that to you. Meanwhile, a family at Korinda Estate on the outskirts of Busia town is living in agony following the mysterious disappearance of their son 2 weeks ago. 14-year-old Eugene Peter Obilo, who is also a Standard 8 candidate at Mundika Boys Primary School, went missing on the 5th of this month. Family members say he left home for a nearby church as was usual but never returned. The family is appealing to anyone who may have knowledge of the whereabouts of the boy to release him. Relatives saying Obilo needs to be preparing for his KCPE exam slated for March next year. The missing person report was filed at the Busia police station under an OB number 68/6/9/2021.
Amekuwa mtoto mnyenyekevu, amekuwa mtoto wa kusikia, hajakuwa akihusika katika tabia mbovu yoyote ambaye anaweza sema amekuwa mtoto mbaya.
Alikuwa mtoto mpole kutoka utotoni. Hata ukimtuma unaweza kumtuma tanga asubuhi mpaka jioni, hata kukataza nyanya nimechoka, na anaanza kazi yake kufagia masufuria akisugua. Anataka kuangalia masufuria akijiangalia ndani ya masufuria.
Hata kama Eugene ni mtu mkubwa wa class 8 anezaibiwa. So watoto wetu wadogo wako at risk. Tunaona ni kama kuna watu wanezaiba watoto hapa kwa area.
Mwenye anaishi naye ajitokezee, awachilia wapia wakuwe na amani.
Polisi wazidi kuinterrogate huyo mzee ambaye alipatikana simu yake ilitumika kupigia mama simu, ili waweze kujua ukweli upi ambao utapatikana.
And doctors under the Kenya Renal Association have opposed the National Health Insurance Fund proposal to reduce NHIF cover from 9,000 shillings to 6,000 shillings. Speaking at the official closing ceremony of a 3-day renal conference in Mombasa, the doctors said that more than 5,000 kidney patients who are under dialysis will suffer as they cannot afford to pay for the extra charges. They have also accused the NHIF leadership of not consulting widely before drafting the proposals. They are now calling for the immediate reversal of the proposal, urging the Senate to intervene in order to save Kenyans who can't afford healthcare and basically depend on NHIF cover.
5,000 patients on dialysis, and we have over 200 dialysis units in the country. This has gone a long way into increasing access. In the past, a lot of patients were dying because they didn't have access to dialysis.
I mean, 5 years ago, the number of patients undergoing hemodialysis in this country was less than 500. And the reason for that is that out-of-pocket expenditure for this is unachievable. It puts families, it is catastrophic spending on healthcare that families cannot often maintain. And many of our patients will not be able to afford this.
I've not been consulted. I don't know whether my colleagues have been consulted, but the first step would have been to consult. Because now we have very many dialysis units distributed throughout the country. If the NHIF were to reduce their contribution, I foresee a situation where most of our patients won't be able to cater for any deficit that might arise.
Private sector, who are being paid by NHIF to do dialysis, have played an enormous part in saving government costs for human resource.
Interior Principal Secretary Kibicho has assured Kenyans of a peaceful and successful Mashujaa Day celebrations in Kirinyaga County. Kibicho, who held a meeting with over 1,500 religious leaders, urged political players in the region to put aside their differences during the celebrations.
With just a month to Mashujaa Day celebrations, preparations in Kirinyaga are at an advanced stage. Interior Permanent Secretary Dr. Kibicho preaching camp in the county to ensure everything is in place, including peace and harmony among the residents and more so the political players.
Tumewaita juu tunajua wachungaji ni watu wa nguvu, ni watu wanafikia watu wengi. Ndio ile injili yetu tulianza juzi ya kwenda tukihubiri Kirinyaga kwanza ipate pia wafuasi, na tumekuwa nao tukawasikiliza vile wangetaka, na pia sisi tukawaeleza vile tungetaka watusaidie kwa hii safari.
In a meeting with religious leaders in the area, the PS called on the clergy to make deliberations on preaching peace.
Tukakubaliana kuanzia Jumapili hii injili itakuwa wakihubiri, lazima waelezee vijana wetu kwamba vurugu haina maana, ya kwamba imani ndio inatakikana Kirinyaga, na tunataka tukue tunafikiria Kirinyaga ikuwe ya kwanza.
Tumeungana pamoja kutangaza Kirinyaga kwanza. Kwa hivyo tumeongea na watu wanasiasa wa kwanza wapumzike kidogo mambo ya kuingiliana, kuwe na amani, ndio ili nchi mzima tunapokaribisha rais wetu hapa Kirinyaga ionyeshe mfano mzuri ya kwamba kuna amani.
Politicians who accompany the interior PS urging their counterparts to play a part in making the area a hospitable place before, during and after the national event.
Kama vile mnajua nyote kwamba kila wakati wa siasa mpaka kuwe na competition, mpaka kuwe na ile mashindano, mpaka kuwe na ile kutaka kujulikana. Kwa hivyo tukasema kwamba tushikanilie mpaka na clergy. Na saa hii hiyo mwezi ambayo tunaingia katika hali ya mashujaa, tuweke pause, tusimamishe hiyo maneno ya kupiga kelele, maneno ya mashindano, tusimamishe kwanza, tugangane na hii hali ya kusafisha Kirinyaga.
Kibicho held a meeting with the clergy after inspecting Wanguru Stadium, which is under construction. This stadium is the venue for this year's Mashujaa Day celebrations. The 300 million shillings Wanguru Stadium, with a capacity for 10,000 people, is expected to be completed on October 5th. According to the PS, only 2,000 people will be allowed into the venue to ensure social distancing to help curb the spread of the virus.
To another story now. The National Assembly Committee on National Security today toured the Miritini Drug Rehabilitation Center in Mombasa, conducting an inspection of the multi-billion project that is being undertaken by the government. The committee says the center, when complete, will enhance the war against drug abuse in Mombasa and the coast region. But it's facing a 1.2 billion shillings funds deficit for it to be completed. Nakada chairperson Professor Mabeli Mbuga appealed to the committee to lobby for more funds for the project to be completed.
Is to have a center of excellence in terms of management of addiction in the country. We have a big dream, and we have engaged the Ministry of Works, State Department of Works, who have developed for us a master plan that will cost, when it's fully implemented, about 1.2 billion.
We shall be doing a report to Parliament to ensure that we have given them the gist of what is contained here. And most importantly, because we are headed for supplementary budget, to be able to persuade other parliamentarians to support this budget in the budgetary ways, so that the center can be what the President intended it to be.
Kapsara Tea Factory faces closure after around 300 tea growers threatened to boycott tea farming, citing poor market prices for the produce. According to the factory management, poor electricity supply has led to production of low-quality tea, a situation that has seen the management struggle to pay a 300 million shilling loan that was taken to buy equipment to process high-quality tea. This comes as Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya tours the area in a bid to find a lasting solution to the factory's woes. The factory is the biggest in Trans Nzoia County, with a catchment of over 3,000 farmers.
Kapsara Tea Factory.
Mapato ambayo tumekuwa tukipata ni mapato duni, na kwa hivyo kumrudisha kwa ile line ya ukulima wa majani chai itabidi tuwe na mikakati ya stakeholders wote.
Hiyo state ni mbaya sana, kwa sababu itafanya wakulima wakufe moyo, na saa zingine hii factory itaanguka, na hatutaki hivyo, kwa sababu hii factory ina support a lot of families here in Trans Nzoia.
Mombasa County ODM Disability League has voiced its support for ODM leader Raila Odinga to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta in next year's general election. In a meeting held in Mombasa, the group called on the Orange Party to make good its promises of including the persons with disability in party leadership positions and prioritize them in the party nomination lists. ODM party officials in Mombasa, led by Mvita MP Abdul Somad Nasir, exuded confidence that the ODM party, with other like-minded parties, will form the next government.
Chama cha kwanza cha kisiasa to recognize that we need an arm for the Disability League is the Orange Democratic Movement. We are a first amongst many yale ambayo kwamba tumeweza kuyafanya. Wengine wetu wataiga, lakini tunawaambia ya kwa cha kuiga hakifanani na kile kilichoanza, sio? Now it is time that Kenyans rightfully deserve their president to be none other than Raila Amolo